Hank Williams. What a guy. Hank had the unique ability to take the simplest music and the real simplest lyrics and tug at your heart. Now here's a song he wrote called I Got a Tea in My Beer. Before I do this song, I got to say one thing. There's an old man that I grew up with. If he heard me singing this song, he would have something to say about it. Let me put it that way. Because I remember him telling me as a young boy, he said, Alligator, never play country music and make people cry in their beer. I said, why? He said, one should never dilute a good beer. I agree with him, actually. Here's Hank Williams. I got a tear in my beer, 'cause I'm crying for you, dear. You are on my lonesome mind. Through these last 9 beers, I've shed a million tears. You are on my lonesome mind. I'm gonna keep on sitting here till I'm so drunk I'm petrified. Maybe then these scalding hot tears will finally leave my eyes. I got a tear in my beer, crying for you, dear. You are on my lonesome mind. You are on my lonesome mind. Last night I walked the floor, and the night before. You are on my lonesome mind. Through these last 9 beers, I've shed a million tears. You are on my lonesome mind. I'm gonna keep on sitting here till I'm so drunk I can't move my toe. Maybe then these scalding hot tears would not have hurt me so. I got a tear in my beer. Okay, I want to take just a brief second here. If you want to help support me, please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and do a favor, share this with your friends from you, okay? Sort of help to get the word out. This will help me greatly. Thank you so much. I believe, like the old man said, never dilute a good beer. Don't cry in your damn beer. You paid for it. Why dilute it? But anyway, we're getting on the subject today. It's going to be very brief because it was hilarious on one side and tragic on a darker side. I was at my computer a week or 2 ago, and all of a sudden the computer goes wacko and bells are going off. Dee-doo. And I'm going, wow, what is this? And it said, your computer has been hacked. Now, I know what the word hack means. I'm not specific about it, but I know it means somebody's messing with your computer. So that sent me into a panic. You know, my computer's being hacked. And the things said all of these things that I didn't understand anything about, and said, don't turn your computer off. Call this number. We're going to fix it for you. So what do? I mean, I called the number. I don't know any better. I called the number, and there was a gentleman talking to me who was from India, obviously. And I've got lots of friends from India, lots of them. But this man, the first thing that set off a little alarm bell with me was I could not understand a word he was saying. His accent was so thick and he was talking so fast, I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Actually, I kept telling him, "What are you saying? I don't understand." And then I'm thinking to myself, how did this guy get a job at Xfinity or whatever the place I was trying to call, Comcast or whatever it is? How did they hire this guy there when his accent is so thick you can't even understand him? But all I know is my computer's been hacked, and that's bad news. So he's telling me, he says, "Listen, I need you to leave the computer on and let me run through it." And I didn't have my cursor. He took the cursor, and he's scanning the thing, and all of these things are going on the screen, and I'm at my wit's end. I don't know. And then he started asking for information, which sounded to me like it really, what does that have to do with the computer? He wanted my date of birth. I gave it to him. He wanted my social security number. I purposely gave him a different number. And after a few minutes of chatting back and forth, and me keep going, I don't really understand what you're saying, you know. He said, what bank do you bank at? Bank of America. Okay, do you have your account number with you? That was when I said, wait a minute, what does my bank account number have to do with my computer? But I had to go to work. So I said, listen, I can't continue to do this. I have to go to work. He said, well, listen, don't cut your computer off. If you cut your computer off, you're going to lose everything in your computer. And I didn't know any better. I said, okay, I won't cut the computer off. I shut the computer down and put it on what they call sleep mode. And I go to work, and I'm performing, and the same number calls me twice during my performance. And of course I didn't answer. I'm performing. I turned the volume off and kept performing my music, and I saw that they called again. Finally I get home, and I open the computer up, and they contact me again. And about that time, I'm thinking, something's a little off with this. Because he asked me for my bank account number again. And I said, no. I said, no. I said, you know what? I don't have my bank account number. He says, you don't have your number? I go, no, my wife has it. I don't deal with any of that stuff. And then he's inquiring, where is she? So anyway, to make a long story short, I became very suspicious of it. And I think I called my son, and he told me, he says, that sounds like a scam. So they were telling me, don't cut the computer off. Well, I cut the computer off, and I started back up, and it was fine. However, since then, twice that same thing has come onto my computer, telling me the computer's hacked and this and that. So what this thing is about is, I'm a senior, and I'm not very computer literate. Through the help of my son and some others, I've learned to do certain things on the computer. But I don't understand the computer. I mean, my goodness, I grew up plowing mules in the fields and hauling hay around on horse and wagons. This is, sometimes I feel like I'm in a world that I don't really understand these days. But I want everybody to pay attention to what I said, because in India and Africa and places like that, they have huge warehouses with nothing but computers, rows and rows of computers. And people come in and they rent the computer by the hour, and they sit and they do what these people were doing. They somehow get into your computer, and then they want information, and if you give them the information, of course they can they have the information to go into your bank account, take out money and things like that. And their main I'm sure they get some young people also, but their main victims are seniors like me. Just yesterday, a couple of days ago, I was doing a performance at a senior place in San Jose, and I saw this old man on the phone with someone, and he's giving them his social security number, and they asked him for all this information. And I couldn't just walk over to him, stop my performance, and walk over to him and say, "Hey, listen, maybe you should be careful," blah blah blah. So I just said, well, maybe it's legit, and I just continued. A day later, I got a text message from the toll booths here, where you pay the toll when you go through, and they send you the bill. And we hadn't received the bill for some time, and my wife was concerned about it. She wanted me to ask Donnie about it because he sort of set up this thing for us. And the thing said that you owe all of this back money to the toll, and you need to take care of it immediately, because if you stop driving your car, you won't be allowed to drive your car. Now, my car is, of course, important, like all of our cars are. And I'm thinking, wow, I've got to do something about that. But after going through this last thing, I decided, here's what I'm going to do. I went to Google. These people wanted me to open up some link so that I could pay this money. I went to Google, which, like I often talk about Google, the fact checker and all of that stuff. I trust Google. I went to Google and asked for the official address, official phone number for the toll thing. And Google, of course, gave me this number to call. And as soon as I called the number, before I even got a live person on the phone, they said, if you received a text message from us, we don't send text messages. There it was. If I hadn't had the foresight to check this link, this thing they wanted me to link on, I would have panicked and said, wow, I can't have the cops stopping me while I'm driving. I got to hit this link and give them the information and pay that bill. So I'm doing this just to say, you young people out there need to tell your elders, your father, your mother, your grandma, uncles, aunts, or whoever is at an advanced age, to, number one, never give out any personal information over the internet, no matter who it is. Wait until they contact you, and you go fact check, double check, to make sure that this thing is legit. Because the main target of these hackers are seniors. And like I say, in these countries, they got warehouses with nothing but rows of computers. You come in, you rent it by the hour, and you sit and you run from one thing to another, trying to get somebody to fall for whatever deal you're giving them, so you can end up with that money. And it's really I've learned now that nobody's going to scam me, because I'm gonna before I check on any link, I'm not giving anybody my personal information. What did they want my date of birth for the computer hack? The computer was hacked. What did my date of birth have to do with that? Are you going to fix the computer once you get my date of birth, my social security number? And what did my bank account have to do with my computer being hacked? I'm not going to fall for any of that stuff anymore, but I'm telling you, I was on the verge of doing it. I was on the verge of doing it, because it frightened me, the fact that my computer had been hacked. And I wanted to do anything I could to get it back up and running. I used the thing. So anyway, I just want to let everybody know that you have to tell your seniors and young people too, if you think they might be gullible for that, because this hacking thing is getting out of hand now. It's a legitimate business, and I'm sure they're raking in millions and millions of dollars off of people like me, people who you can tell anything, and because I don't know about how the computer thing actually is, I'm apt to believe you. You're the person with the expertise. You're talking to me. You're using language about the computer that I don't even understand. So why shouldn't I let you go fix my computer? I'm panicking. But I was lucky. I was lucky that I got suspicious. I couldn't believe. Now, this is not a discrimination thing. The man's accent was so thick, and I have, like I said, I have lots of friends from India who have Indian accents. Okay, that's where you're from, that's your accent. But you can understand what they're saying. This man who was talking to me, I guarantee you, has never set foot in America in his life. His accent was so thick, he could walk down the streets here in America and stop somebody, and they would be going like I was going. What are you? I don't understand. So enough of this. But here's what I say. I just want to put this out there because seniors are the main target of these people, and every day seniors around the world are being scammed by these people. I have heard tales of it over and over and over again. So that's just a little tidbit. Try to let your elderly people know to never give out their personal information to anyone over the phone. Never hit any link and go into it unless they consult you or some other area that can set them straight on whether this is legit or not. Okay? So anyway, that's it. This is Alligator in Alignment. Every second Saturday of the month, remember, Bonton Waters Lighthouse Smokehouse, 794 Lighthouse Avenue in Monterey. I'm there every second Saturday of the month. I'm going to be there with my friend Mario Ramirez Valens, little brother of 50s icon Richie Valens is going to be there with me the second Saturday of April. So if you're in the Monterey area or if you have friends there, tell them to stop down at 794 Lighthouse Avenue and enjoy the show. Also, I'm getting ready to take another step with my friends at Friday Night Designs in New Jersey. Me and Donnie have been doing a lot of preparations and stuff, and I think I'm ready to take another step with them to help increase my viewership. So they are a company that if you have any needs to do with the media, you need websites done, you need anything, these guys can do it for you. Friday Night Designs. Check out their website. And also, if you're in Denver, Colorado, go to Randall's, downtown Denver. Randall's is a jazz and blues club that I've played at for years. I'm going to be there in June, and I'm going to be doing a show at Randall's. So, Randall's in Denver. And I think that's about it, okay? So this is Alligator in Alignment, just a little warning about scammers. Don't let them get you. Happy trails. See you next time.